Welcome. Oh, this is immediately going poorly. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Morning Ritual Live here at Gen Con. You know, you don't have to account for audience applause on Twitch, so that's something we might need to get used to.
That is something we really need to account for.
I am one of your hosts, Noir, pronouns he, they, and this is your other host. Why am I doing the talking?
I'm Anita. Hi.
You're in the
Pronouns are
middle
she,
seat.
they.
Yeah.
This was a mistake. Who
yeah.
let me be here?
Listen, we got to talk to Marcus about this.
I did not think this through.
Hi, I'm your other host, Anita. Pronouns are she, they. And normally we are on twitch.tv/Critical Misses, but
Yep.
today we are live at Gen Con with a fantastic cast for this magical chaos that we summon every Saturday morning usually, but it's a Friday.
Yeah, I know. So one of the long running gags is that it takes us forever to like actually get to introductions and everything. Like if for some of the people that have watched this for a while, there's a bingo chart that they have that it usually takes us about 10 to 15 minutes to introduce our guests. But the problem is, it's a lot harder to do that when you can see them staring at you.
It's almost like we're being held accountable for our actions.
Yeah, in accountability, in the TTRPG space, we don't know her.
Without further ado, we should probably get to
you're
our
black, you
amazing
do.
guests.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'll
Just
find
saying.
myself on a twit
Just
log real
saying.
quick. So in that case, let's go ahead and
Start with our guests.
help me.
I am helping you by saying that our first guest is the one and only Latia Jaquise. Everybody give
Oh,
it
I
up.
thought you were gonna go. Hi, everybody. Hi, wonderful people.
That might be a
thought-
little too much. You can take a little off the top there.
I want more. Hi, everybody. My name is Latia Jaquise. I am a person who wears too many hats. I'm the community relations coordinator for Monty Cook Games. I am a TTRPG writer, streamer, performer, writer.
No, this might continue for a while. I just want to see how far you get.
No. I literally just forgot literally everything else that I do. So I'm going to pass it to Sephi, who is wonderful and beautiful and so accomplished.
Know you.
No, you.
Know you. Hi, I'm Sephi, aka Persephora. I'm a hot mess professionally on the internet. It's what I do. I'm the DM of Fast Times at D&D High. I'm also a cast member on Dimension 20's newest season, The 7. And yeah, I'm a cosplayer, writer, professional twerker. No, I'm not. I don't got enough cheeks to twerk. But yeah, and I'm going to pass it off to the lovely, the illustrious, the moisturized Brito.
Hello. My name is Bree, aka Burrito, and you can find me on Twitter at Burrito_ with 3 E's. I do things. I'm mostly a horror streamer, and I also do a lot of TTRPG stuff. I professionally GM, I write, I do art, sing, kinda.
You sang. You don't sing, you
I
sang.
sing. I sing.
Producer, graphic designer, the whole shebang.
Produce, pronouns are she, they.
Yeah, my pronouns are also she, her, they is okay if you're tired or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm she, her. I also answer to Your Royal Majesty, Your Highness, our Overlord, the Eldritch Horror. These aren't pronouns or titles. My pronouns are, in fact, she, her, but you can use those titles too.
Frost Maiden, things like that.
Frost Maiden, Queen, Icy Queen of my heart.
I just also go by, hey, you over there.
Oh.
I also respond to sacrifices, human sacrifices. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the level of the show. That's where we're
That's
at. Right
you
now.
know what? Goodbye, everybody.
Anyway, all of you in the audience, welcome to the Human Sacrifice Network. Thank you so much for volunteering.
Thanks for volunteering, yeah.
So very funny. I'm looking around the table and I'm like, if we're gonna do a human sacrifice,
Yeah, this was planned.
yeah.
Yeah, you weren't aware of this, but hi, this is what we call an intervention, but it does end in your death.
This was actually the real morning ritual.
You know, you learn a lot about your personality when somebody tells you like, "Hi, this is an intervention," because I immediately went through all the things I do wrong in my life and I couldn't figure out which one.
Hey.
But which one specifically were we talking about?
Yeah.
You're a treasure.
It's true.
No, I mean I just
Treasure.
have a lot of vices.
That is what you are. You're my shining star. That's all I can do before we're DMCA.
Yeah.
I
No
wanted
one
to
is
see how
looking
far
up.
this was going to go. So we have some staples of the morning ritual show, and we've had everyone on this panel. That's what this is. We've had everybody on this panel here before already, but I do want to give you a second chance to perhaps right some wrongs that were done originally on the show. So there is a war going on in the TTRPG community between those who think that dice are forbidden candy and should be crunched on versus those who think that you should keep dice out of your mouth because it's disgusting and a choking hazard and don't do it, Latia, and will damage your teeth. So I would like to have, while we're all here together, I would like to have the answer to, are you on the side of stop the crunch or do you crunch your die?
Remind me, which side are you on?
I'm not going to tell you, man.
Anita, what side is Noir on?
Love of my life, partner.
Yes.
Are you going to sell me out?
I mean, I kind of gotta.
It is.
You do kind of.
It is
They
sassy.
do kind of gotta.
Noir is firmly, if you could not tell by the wording of that question, on the side of stop the crunch.
I'm full crunch.
You don't put dice in your mouth.
You do sugar ones.
Well, that's different.
No, it ain't.
If it's candy dice, then you can eat it.
Okay,
Then
so
it's
what
a-
you're telling me is I can't give a gift to someone, then say they're sugar dice, and then they're not, and they choke and die? What is the world coming to?
That is fully manslaughter.
Only if you get caught.
Not half, but fully.
Like that's,
Only if
that's
you get
absolute.
caught. It's actually murder because it's premeditated.
That's true.
That's worse. Manslaughter's like, oops, you died. Like premeditated is just like,
No, premeditated murder is that she gives them the dice and then she just watches.
What are you going to do with
they're
them,
like,
darling?
like this. I planned this.
No, I'm on crunch dice.
Crunch crew, crunch crew, crunch crew.
Okay,
crunch crew.
as for
I'm not actually condoning you should not choke on your dice.
Please don't eat dice.
Please don't eat dice.
don't eat. Stop the crunch.
Okay, but here's the thing. We are live in front of like a Gen Con audience. I do not want to be on the side of you should not choke on your dice.
So stop
But for
the
the
crunch.
purposes of this
Crunch
conversation,
responsibly.
No,
crunch
don't
responsibly.
give me that half-ass bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, look,
Be crunch responsible.
this is. I love Brandon Lee Mulligan with all my heart. I really do. He's my hero, and we had him on.
speaks fondly of you, both of you, by the way.
I don't believe that.
No, we had a conversation about you. I'm not lying.
I'm not prepared to digest this information, let alone in
I
front
was
of a
telling
live
Bree
audience.
this morning that I had to tell you, and now I'm telling you live.
It's very true.
Hell yeah.
Don't perceive me right now. Somebody else.
We are
ask me
literally live on your morning show.
I know this was a mistake.
So, Noir, to answer your question, I would like to abstain from answering.
Good choice, good choice.
Oh, you'd like to abstain.
I would like to.
No,
I can relate to
no,
that.
there's no abstaining. Are you crunch the dice? Or I can't actually bully you right now.
I would like to abstain.
How did you do that so much louder than me?
Because.
It's the center of the table.
I'm very weak.
Okay. So,
I can't do
okay.
it because I have claws for
And they are gorgeous.
Oh my
They are
god, you
They
guys
are.
are
Yeah, I
amazing.
got claws.
To be fair, okay, because So I thought a litter of kittens was a pile of fried chicken at one point in my life. So
Okay, time out. You're gonna have to explain.
Wait.
Is it like that?
It was either that or
like
cake.
A chihuahua or muffin meme?
correct.
Okay, I know the one you're talking about.
Wait, what?
Oh no, they were talking about actual pictures, not real kittens.
Yeah. There's
Right?
there are like those pictures online where it's chocolate chip muffin or chihuahua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like based on how
Based
like
on how it looks?
how the
Like the
chihuahua is
texture,
positioned and like the
yeah.
texture. Yeah. I really for 2 seconds thought that you meant an actual basket of kittens, and I was about to be really sad.
Yeah,
No, like
there is one.
No, like an actual box of kittens. I thought it was fried chicken at first glance. You know.
Honestly,
I'm not computing.
between that or it being cake, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, you
True.
never know.
Everything is cake
Anything
these
can
days.
be
Everything is cake.
I'm
Not me
saying,
though, because
I'm
I
not
got
saying
none.
I eat cats. Okay, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
That's
I
not
didn't
what
think
I'm
that's what you
saying.
were
Can we
saying.
discuss why was that a thing for a while?
I don't know. I think
Everybody was bored during the early stages of the Panda Coco, and
Also, like bakeries probably switched to online to get more sales because
there you go.
pandemic.
Like,
Not
have
like people were throwing parties.
Can we just like kind of discuss?
some of them were.
There's been so much weird shit that happened, and then we just forget about it. Like for a while, everything was cake.
Yeah.
For like an entire year, clowns were just showing up and then just vanishing.
I forgot about that. That was a few years ago. That was a few years ago now.
Can we why that happened? That was a thing, and then we forgot about it. Then the ocean was on
There was
fire,
murder
and then we
hornets.
well, the murder hornets were overrated. Like
I think
No, they actually had to hunt them down and could destroy the nest. They were actually a big deal.
I think they're back.
Yes. They had to hunt
I'd be
them
mad
down
too.
in the West Coast and destroy all the nests, and they still are kind of.
I like the theory that every single one of these things that just disappears is like a time traveler that has just messed up enough and is just keeps trying to sequentially correct the timeline
Yes.
over and over again.
Listen, I don't know who this Doctor Who motherfucker is, but I will kill them.
Listen,
the
I'm ready.
clowns though, like they were just showing up,
Yes.
scaring people.
Yeah.
And
I
then they
think
just
there was
left.
one.
What
case-
else do clowns do in their natural state?
Clowns
They
are.
don't bring joy.
They don't.
Noir's feeling attacked as a clown.
Whole ass clown. Whole ass clown.
I knew this was just gonna be me getting bullied for an hour.
But we
that's
love
okay.
you though.
a bully.
You literally
I
have
only play
merch
one
that
on
says
TV.
"Fight the chat."
It's true.
Yeah. But y'all aren't the chat. You're on the panel.
We have all been part
When,
of the
I was
chat.
gonna say, and
Literally.
We
when,
have all
has
watched the show.
when has the guest ever taken your side?
Why do I do this? Like we haven't missed an episode.
I don't know. I think you secretly
It's
like it.
called masochism.
Both of y'all.
It's not my fault that you're just a glutton for punishment in this point.
I guess I am.
Spankings.
So basically, to get back to our original question, why was there applause at spanking?
Because
Right. Just
Spanking.
give a round of applause. for
Everybody give it
Frankie.
up for spanking.
Yes.
This is
I mean, technically, when you applaud, you are spanking your hands. There is your high
God
five of the day.
damn it, Anita.
I'm never gonna not be able to think about that.
No, I'm just gonna be. Fine.
It's like, oh no, someone on the internet's gonna be turned on by this.
Are y'all trying to get
A
out?
wave of people
Hands
that
on the
are
table.
clapping.
Well, that's the crunch question. I'm very disappointed.
Well-
I do have to say, like, with the clapping and somebody being aroused by, like, that's.
I mean, that's the whole Tinkerbell's whole shtick, isn't it?
Tinkerbell's whole shtick, if she doesn't get attention, she dies. So I know this because I also have that.
Like, okay, so I have this idea, like, Tinkerbell needs applause to live, right? So what if she became a really good stand-up comedian?
Or a twerker.
Nobody, like, do people applaud at twerking?
hold on.
No, but it makes her
Tinkerbell-
ass clap so she can survive herself.
I think the applause has
Why are
to
we?
come from-
Wait, whoa,
That
whoa, whoa.
has to be
When
an
did we get
external
on
source.
Tink's ass cheeks?
I mean, have you seen her?
You right.
Okay, here's the thing though. Would she be a stand-up comedian for like fairies? Because she doesn't speak, she only jingles.
I mean, the queer community would embrace her.
You right.
She does only jingle.
Yeah,
are
she only
fairies.
jingles.
You've ruined my shtick.
Unless
I'm
you're unless
sorry.
you're talking about like Julia Roberts' Tink from
That's
Hook.
what I was thinking. Like,
Oh, I mean, I love Hook, but I don't count her as a Tinkerbell. Like, she's a Tinkerbell, but she's not a Tinkerbell.
what is this Julia Roberts erasure? Like, what do we?
It's not Erasure. She's just not my Tinkerbell.
She's not bratty enough.
Who is your Tinkerbell?
Ludivine Sagnier from the 2003 Peter Pan.
I'm glad you had that unlocked.
I have no response to that.
Look, the 2003 Peter Pan. I think it was 2003. Somebody Google that. But yeah, the Jeremy Sumter, Jason Isaacs.
Jason.
Okay.
Was this the one that got in trouble for like the whole Tiger Lily thing?
No, they actually had a person who was Native American.
Oh, so this was a later one that.
So
fucked
this isn't the one with Hugh Jackman where they sing Nirvana in the first
No.
half of it.
No.
And then they never have a musical number again.
No. This was the true to the pretty true to book remake with Jeremy Sumter and Jason Isaacs and Rachel Hurdwood and like with the actual like realistic flying effects and stuff like that. That one was very good. I'm almost Super Dylan-esque with how much I love
I was
Peter
just
Pan.
about to be like, I hate that we're talking about this so much without
Without
Diana
her.
here.
we miss Super Dylan.
We do.
Yeah,
we
round
miss
of
Super
applause
Dylan.
for Super Dylan, aka
Round of
Diana.
applause.
Go check out Neverland 5e.
I
Do it.
finally get to be in the
Yes.
game with them. I'm so happy.
Heck yeah.
Anywho, I have nothing else.
I
planned.
mean, we've got our next question.
Right. If you were supreme ruler of the TTRPG community for one day and you could make anything you want, I'm sorry, I already saw the answer on Free's face. You can make any one thing you wanted to happen in the space, no matter how big or small. What would it be? Like, I'm seeing Latia thinking about her employment. Like, okay.
I abstain.
Anybody want to go first?
Bree, I see your face.
I would get rid of mediocre white people. I said it. Because, especially in positions of power, at this point, like, the community is going downhill because of those people. And, like, it makes me so angry. And if I were supreme leader of the community for one day, I would get rid of them.
I'll wait. What about you?
I just said abstain.
And you?
I'm good.
All right. I will say this. Here's one of the things that I would do. If anybody has ever made a tweet longer about you, your career is automatically destroyed. You don't get to come back. You don't get
cool.
to sneak back. You don't get to like find your way in a Kickstarter.
You know
or
what?
something like
I
that.
will agree with that.
I feel like the community's done a good job of like locating some bad eggs and making our community a bit safer, especially for femme-presenting individuals, because Lord knows it's like every other month there's somebody.
Every other month.
Every other
week.
week. I was trying to give us some credit. It's like every other week we hear a horror story, and like months will pass, and then like the person that perpetrated that will just kind of just slither back in. And I think there are some people that have hurt people that I know that I'm friends with, and I still see that they have like followings of like tens of thousands of people, and then there are people that I see working real hard to find their way in the space, to find a voice, to find a platform, that are busting their ass, have been considerate and kind to people, and they don't get that shot. And it's just like it's not. I mean, it's childish to say that it's not fair, because nothing is fair. But it's just, if I could change the power dynamic, I would put it in favor of people who haven't had a platform and used it poorly. And that was a lot of words to say what Bree was probably already saying.
Well, and what's wild about it is that this is all over games. think about it. It's all over games. It's not something that's life or death. It is over tabletop role-playing games. And people thinking that they are better than the other person.
I mean, it is about games, but also it's the power dynamic. Like people put so much stock in followings and like
Longevity.
like I was discussing like the beautiful tragedy that and I should mention that I've never talked to, see, or had any interactions with Matt Mercer, but I was talking about the beautiful tragedy that must be Matt Mercer, which is like just this quiet dude plays a game with his friends and then it blows up and becomes one of the most popular, powerful things ever. And like the reason that I call it a beautiful tragedy is like that's a person that can never really be sure that if you say hi to him, you're saying hi to the person that is Matt Mercer versus the idea of Matt Mercer can give you. Like that's horrifying. Look, if you say hi to me, I know you're just saying hi to me because I'm just a dude. I have nothing to offer you. Like nobody has learned that lesson more painfully than you. I'm not going to expand your career. I'm not gonna be able to put you in a position where you can make a lot of money. I'm not gonna be able to do anything like that for you. But you have people like Matt Mercer who can. Now, the reason that I bring that up in this conversation is because you have people that end up in a semi-situation like that where the idea of them attracts people, and if you put that in the hands of somebody that's immature and frankly disgusting, it's poisonous on both ends. One, for that person to not be able to truly know who's talking to them to talk to them, and two, they can use that same persona to feed on people who are looking to to start their career. So it's poisonous on both ends. And I just use Matt because it's like the most obvious example, but
it's the one you go to because like it's also the thing is that the fact that you immediately go to Matt Mercer, and like that's another example you can name is another example of like of what you're saying,
right?
You know, but the thing is that like there's a lot of parasocial relationships in the TTRPG community.
Yes.
This also goes for Twitch streaming too. It's because people have more access to you because they're seeing you in games, they're seeing you interact, and it's not like it's a movie or something. Like these are things that are pretty intimate that you can interact with folks in. So like people either get an idea of you or want to get close to you for various different reasons, and that makes it very hard to sort of like figure out like who is actually like legit and who is actually just trying to use you. And like you get into that way before you hit like a Mercer level or like a Satine Phoenix or like a Felicia Day or something. Like I know I've experienced, I know you've experienced, I know Bree's experienced it. Like people take advantage of whatever they can get. And I honestly, Noir, I guarantee that you've encountered it even if you aren't aware of it.
Well, I probably have no doubt about that. I am not quick to perceive things. My passive is a very, very low.
The thing with me is that, like, since the 7 happened, like, shit exploded for me.
Yeah.
And, like...
And congrats, you earned it.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. But the thing is that now I have to consider, like, not only who am I talking to, but who am I promoting? Because, like, suddenly gaining, like, jumping into, like, the high tens of followers means that I now have, like, a platform I can talk and promote and do other things with people. And it's, like, I feel a responsibility as someone who is both black and trans and queer and, you know, just collect minority groups here to do that. But there's also the chance that, like, someone that I promote could be the wrong person. And it's not, like... that can reflect on me, but it's more like if I promote this person, I'm introducing them to the community at large on a bigger scale. What does that mean for the community as a whole? So it becomes this sort of balancing act that's very difficult to navigate, you know?
Yeah, and when you say that, it kind of makes me realize, like, there are a lot of people that we trust just simply because of the banner that they are waving. Like if you introduce somebody to me, my guard is going to be a little bit lower than if somebody just walked in the room.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. So like, yeah, we all do have that responsibility to make sure that whoever we introduce to people, they aren't a fuck.
Yeah, it's that's one of the things, like, when something to feel and something, if you want to get into TTRPGs and you're offered something by someone who's a larger platformer, like a video game, has a larger platform, the thing is that, like, they are a person, they are a human being, and you need to think of them as such, but you also need to keep in mind that there is a risk being taken, and that's something that, like, you don't owe anyone anything for promoting you. That's their choice. You don't owe anyone anything, but you should be aware of that, like, this is a risk that they're taking. And, like, not necessarily that you need to live up to it, but don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like you almost need to do a risk assessment of the people that you decide to bring into the space and, like, just almost do that pre-vetting before you decide to give someone a good push.
Yeah, exactly.
That TTRPG SA pre-check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully less invasive. I don't need to check orifices.
I mean, kudos to us. We haven't had one person on this show that's been a problem, so bring it in.
Woo!
Don't fuck that up for us.
Holy shit!
Don't nobody fuck that up.
Holy shit!
Excuse me, your tone is very pointed right now. Look, there's only a slight chance that my tits might pop out of this. Only a slight
Just
chance.
a slight
Just
chance.
a slight chance.
Oh God, I hope I don't say something stupid where somebody plays this. It was like he was the problem.
Okay, here's the thing. If you are not doing horrible things, you don't need to worry about it. Like, there's mistakes you can make in your games, like with portrayals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's something to be concerned of. The big deal stuff, though, like, if you're not doing that shit, you're fine.
And it's not even just that. It's that if you're not doing that shit, you're fine. But also, if you're worried about doing that shit, you're probably better off than the people that are actually doing that shit because they don't care if they are doing bad things.
Yeah.
Until they get found
Evil
out.
people don't know they're evil.
I'm
And evil people don't care that they're evil.
keeping it a buck with you. The only thing that I'm afraid of is my mouth.
That's
Because
fair.
I talk a lot and fast and I don't think about it.
I mean, when you get down to it, like, we've had this conversation before. Like, us saying something could be very detrimental for, colorism reasons. And, like, I hate that, there has to be, like, an extra filter over everything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is what it is. And kind of how we talked about on the way here, like, sometimes we do have to make sacrifices in order to make that bank or get that
that
opportunity.
bag.
And, like, and it sucks because, you want to have integrity, you want to have yourself and your morals, but sometimes you just gotta bite your tongue and you just gotta do the thing. More so than others, but, like, you just gotta do the thing.
I mean, and sorry, I'm not to interrupt, but to that point, this also goes along with something that we talked about before. I truly believe, and this is not pandering, this is honestly just something that I've noticed, that nobody's more observant than black femmes. And the reason is because there is a power dynamic where oftentimes black femmes are treated just with the least amount of respect. So it's very easy, well, it's not easy, but it's something that I'm trying to find the right words, but
Do you want help?
Yes, because
Okay.
you're able to notice bullshit a lot of the time.
It's the price of when you are, like, the term can't see the forest for the trees?
Right.
We are the trees. So, like, we know that we're in the forest. We know everything that's going on. Like, and this is, like, true for black people in general, especially for people who are darker skinned, for women or femmes who are darker skinned. But, like, it's how we have to be aware of everything because everything is a risk assessment. Everything is, like, and the other thing, too, is that, like, if we take, like, anything that we do wrong is automatically magnified 100,000 times. Like, I can think of I'm not going to name names, I can think of a recent example of, like, a fall from grace of a black femme, and that was like instantaneously everything was wiped out. Whereas like if someone with more privilege had done it, they could have come back in a week. Like it was like one and done. That's the kind of risk assessment that you're taking. Like everything is much more intense when you are at a high risk, especially in public seeing space.
And of the reason that I brought that point up, and you explained it beautifully, is because there's been so many incidences or so many times where, Bree, you've actually had to have been the one to tell me, like, yo, you're being disrespected right now. And, like, I'm just like, what? And you, like, sit me down and you tell me, and you break it down, and it's just like, oh. And I truly believe that comes from you all being the trees. You have to be able to tell what's happening, to what degree, and when is it too far.
Well, yeah, and like trauma is literally like sitting in a room with no windows. You can't see through anything, and you think that everything is kind of like just within the confines of this room. It's okay. Like I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. I can still do my job. But something's not right. You're in a room with no windows, no doors, you can't get out. And that's kind of how it is with black femmes. Like, we're mistreated and we're talked over, we're brushed off, and, you know, we unfortunately come to terms with it. And we're like, okay, this is just how it is. Like, I have no more fight left in me. Like, this is just how it is. And, you know, when we do fight and when we do speak up, it basically ruins our platform. It really does. And it's kind of like this never-ending cycle of losing. However, to kind of, you know, deflect the negative. The unapologetic black femmes are the ones that I'm just like, because they don't care. They do not care, and they say whatever they want. They do whatever they want, i.e. pleasantly twisted. Which
I was just gonna say.
Just gonna fucking say it.
Yes. For pleasantly twisted.
Hell yes.
I wish PT were here, but PT is a very good example of what this entire conversation encompasses, because she works her ass off. Everyone in this room knows that she does. 10 times, 20 times over, and she's still not getting what she deserves.
She's one of the most talented streamers I've ever watched. And I've watched a ton of streamers, bigger streamers. Pleasantly Twisted is one of the, not only the most talented, like, game players, speed runners, like,
my God.
super talented at gaming, super hilarious, should have, like, millions of followers.
Yes.
Does not.
Does not.
And that's all because she says it like it is.
Yeah,
like,
she doesn't play
you
games.
you can't go, like, if you follow her, or even if you don't follow her, if you have any, like, one person that follows her, you can't go a day without her speaking her mind about something. And that just doesn't do it for the majority of the community, because she's not afraid to tell you what's going on and what needs to be fixed.
Yep.
I mean, if I recall correctly, Pleasantly Twisted was one of the first to be hit with the hate raids, and like was
massive, hours long.
Hours long.
And no one talked about that.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, that should have been news. That should have been on Kotaku. That should have been on IGN. That should have been on these platforms. That someone, like, that was the bat signal. That was the time where it's just like, this needs to be taken serious, because a top tier streamer had a hate rate that lasted hours.
And she got doxxed too.
Oh, I didn't know that
her,
part.
Yeah, all of her personal information, they leaked it, and it's fucking terrifying. And the fact that she wasn't, you know, the face for Forbes or what else? Like,
Polygon,
all these articles and like
yeah.
all this stuff. It just makes me so angry, because it's like you want to get to the root of the problem, but you are focused on the clout of it all and like the gain of it all. And notice how we're not even having these conversations anymore. It's starting to go away like every other issue.
Yeah, I just got hate rated, my last stream, I think, and the stream before that. Like, not hours long, but, like, it's still a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
is,
Twitch is
yeah.
suing 2 people, but, like, it's still...
They
still
need to
happening.
they still need to be held accountable.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, if you've been hate rated, raise your hand.
I streamed, but I've been
Yeah,
followed
yeah,
about
the
it.
stream to the, but I mean that sucks. Like that's a problem.
Right.
Like you know, I don't know. It's all very fucky.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough that, like, I just, like, I don't stop streaming. I don't give a fuck. I put in subscriber-only chat, and I'm like, I'm done. Fuck you. I'm gonna keep going. Y'all can suck it. And then I have some very lovely mods, some of whom are in the chat right now, and Norian and SJ, that take care of that for me. But, like, it sucks, like, for people like PT to get hours-long raids, like, that is part of her livelihood. Like, and then to get doxxed on top of that, and then, like, not just that, but, like, there are smaller streamers that are getting hit with this, and it's, like, enough to make them quit. Like, not everyone is as used to adversity as someone like me or Bree or PT. Like, that can make them give up.
I'm gonna actually be very transparent here, in the sense that I've been hate rated 3 times, and the last time, that somebody recorded my response to it and put it on YouTube. And the N-word was just blaring over it.
They edited the audio.
on YouTube, so it was, like that sucked. It's got like 13,000 views
Are
now.
you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, YouTube hasn't taken it down. We've had people
And
mass report
then
it.
they slipped into my Discord, and then they also emailed me a bunch of shit. And I haven't streamed since, and I've been having a lot of conversations with Bree about, like, maybe I'm gonna just stick to actual plays. Like, maybe I'm gonna just, like, keep on to the art, like the TTRPG side of things instead of streaming on my own, because it's just like, you know, if I do a TTRPG stream on, like, you know, Pixel Circus or something, like, they're not going to hate raid Pixel Circus. They're not gonna hate raid, you know, whatever channel I'm on. So it's just like I can still stream, but I don't have to worry about. I mean, because, like, every black person in the world has been called the N-word. Well, and that doesn't, like, it's a word, it's dumb, it doesn't bother us. What kind of got into my head about it, though, is like 13,000 people watch somebody call me the N-word for like 10 minutes. And it's just like, that's kind of scary, because you start, like,
You begin to internalize that.
like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what 13,000 people in a room look like, but I know, like, I can imagine, like, just 200 people in a circle watching somebody call me the N-word and being like, I'm okay with this. Like, that's spooky. Like, and then somebody had so much time in their day that they could email me, like, and it was a like, I've said this time and time again, but I really wish racists would get new material, because they keep using the same jokes. like I'm a stand-up comedian. I appreciate when you put the time in to, like, at least try. And it's the same thing. It's a picture of a noose and collab, and it's like, it's not. There's nothing.
Raise
there
your hand in
anymore.
the audience if you're completely enraged right now. Yeah, that's universal.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, honestly, if you ask any black streamer or any, it is really a black thing, but I'm not just going to just say black. Like, there's a lot of marginalized people that kind of understand that this is the silent cost of participating.
Yeah.
And that is what sucks.
Like, you're just expected to put up with this.
Yeah, like, you know, no, I'm if this is when I really started to get, like, kind of hurting and stuff. My brother just got a bunch of new stream gear, it looks like, and he's streaming in
Jay?
Undeniably
Yeah, Jay.
Jay, in case anybody's wondering. And
He's a
like,
treasure.
I love Jay with all my heart. And I saw that he was streaming, and I'm like, oh, he only had like 2 or 3 people in his channel, and so I hopped in, and then I was just like, I know for a fact there are people that are like watching, like there are people that are watching where I go on Twitch and stuff and kind of passing the buck and being shitty to people that I watch and shit. So I was like, I want to watch my brother stream, but I need to sign off my account. So like, I don't bring a hate raid to my brother. But even so, my brother's probably going to get a hate raid if they ever get good at this. Like, there's a helpless kind of like, you know, feeling to this, and I don't. There's no solution. There's no happy ending. Hey, welcome to Morning Ritual. But it's just it's exhausting, and I felt like these are wonderful people to kind of comment on it, because as you can see, I suffer for trying to find the right words sometimes. But
I will
Hey,
leave
all
you
of
with
those
this,
were
though.
good words.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They were good words. I will leave you with this, though. If you decide to not stream again on your account, they will have won, because that was what their intentions were, was to get you to
Well,
stop streaming.
Okay.
But I mean,
will
this
say-
is also just my opinion. What I'm going to say. I know that I am white, and my thing colors this, obviously.
I will say, kind of in correction to that, when people say, you know, if you quit, they've won, I would disagree, only because we deserve to have mental peace regardless
true.
of what we're doing.
That's true.
And we deserve to have that contentment of, I'm making this decision for myself.
That is fair.
So, Noir, if you want to quit because that is your peace of mind right now, and you know in your heart of hearts that that is what you want to do, then you are going to have people supporting you regardless.
Absolutely.
Y'all.
I mean, I just like you're kind of a good face for this part of the discussion, which was after my hate raid, because the channel that I'm on most of the time is not my own. It's Critical Misses, the one that has Morning Ritual. You could attest to the number of bots.
Oh yeah, they tried to jump into my channel, and I've been
And-
constant banning.
And that's what the worry is, because it's just like, if I keep doing my own thing, then I kind of become a poison pill for wherever I go.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is we've
That's
been
the worry.
we've
That
been
I
lucky
have.
enough not to be like actually hate rated, but the same bots that followed you tried to come into our channel.
Yeah.
But I think part of that was because some of them log IPs.
Yeah.
Right.
Noir. So here's the thing. All this conversation, Bree is correct. If it's for your own peace of mind,
Yeah.
take that. Take your mental peace of mind. If your worry is that people are going to go after those you care about and those you love, fuck them. Because the people that care about and love you are going to keep doing their own thing no matter what, and are going to support you. And you cannot make a decision for yourself based on the worry about other people, especially not for shit like this. Does that make sense?
No,
Yes.
it does. And like I thought about that, because I was just like, maybe it's insulting for me to just like try and make sure that wherever I go, they don't have to worry about this. But then it's just like, I don't know. It's just this whole thing sucks. Like
There is no good right answer.
Right.
It's such a
like
complicated
I just
issue.
want to be silly on the internet and like watch the Hamburger Helper mixtape. That's all I want to do.
I'm sorry, what?
You just had to bring it up.
Here we go.
You God, we need to. Okay. all right.
Explain.
All right, I'll gladly explain. Hamburger Helper, the meal where you put ground beef.
I mean, that's a
into
stretch, but
stuff.
yes.
Look, if you struggling,
Okay, it's a struggle
It's
meal.
fine
It's a classic
cuisine. It's a
struggle
whole
meal.
struggle
it's,
meal.
It's very
Yes.
good, though.
yes,
I like it, but I'm just
Hamburger
saying.
Helper has what could be one of the most fire hip hop mixtapes of all time.
He's not even joking.
I'm not
Really?
joking.
Fire.
It's really good. The Wendy's one is good too.
Okay,
Wendy's has
well,
one.
no, it doesn't touch the hamburger.
The hamburger helper mixtape
Right.
is really good.
Nah.
I don't believe this. I patently refuse to believe this.
Hold on, cause he's saying this, and Sephi is like, I refuse to believe this, but on the other end of this table, I'm like, that glove is black.
Well,
Yeah, that glove is
Couple
You're
things.
right. You're
One,
right. Yeah, you're right.
I love that black people can conscript people into our
Well, no. It's like, okay, there are certain characters where you know they black. Piccolo, fucking Panthro from Thundercats. Like, you know that they are black. And sometimes that's not a good thing, because you know, like Mojo Jojo. You know where we're going with
Whole
that.
caricature.
Skeeter
Yeah.
from Doug was black.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Skeeter was.
Skeeter.
Yes.
His name was Skeeter, first off.
Yeah.
Second off, the hamburger helper glove. Y'all nasty.
Hold on, you went there though.
Right.
Yeah, you went there. You started his name.
And y'all joined
name-
me in the bottom of the pit, and I expected better.
His birth name was Skeeter.
His parents knew what was up.
His parents knew the process of how he was born and were like, that's the name.
That's it.
I'm also gonna say that Doug is the only white person on that show. I'll go as far as to say that.
Patty Mayonnaise, last name is Mayonnaise.
Actually, I will say there was actually a lot of discourse over whether Patty Mayonnaise is black. There is a lot.
There is.
There is.
we not doing that.
No, I'm not kidding. This is a real thing.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Oh my god.
It's because she's super tan
I don't want her. Like,
and her hair is curly.
I don't want Patty Mayonnaise.
It could be worse. It could be BB. BB White.
Well, first off, I think Roger was black. I think Roger was black. First off, he had the cool leather jacket.
Okay.
He had
The thing.
the thing.
I don't know. Roger seems hella Caucasian to me. He green though.
He green though.
Well, I mean,
Oh no, wasn't he green and didn't he have a really big nose?
Oh, no.
God damn it. God damn it.
Did we just fuck up Doug?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we, let's move on. Hold on.
Moving on. We
We're
just
change the
got
subject.
We're
Change the
not on
subject.
Jen's channel.
Oh, sorry.
Heck.
I meant frig up Doug.
Yeah.
Wait, we can't swear?
I don't know. She told me not to.
I've definitely sworn.
It is a PG-13 channel
Is it?
with Gen Con. So we
Yeah.
have to like keep the F-bombs to a minimum.
Then our morning show before this morning show is gonna be a problem.
I would just like to say right now that I'm sorry to Gen Con in advance. Or perhaps post. But
This is my pre-post apology.
This is my pre-post apology. I'm problematic.
You need to start writing your notes apology right now.
We
I'll
got
write
it.
them on my titties.
it's PG-13.
It's
Right on my titties.
PG-13. There's no nips yet.
Goodbye, everybody.
I'm keeping my
need to
eyes
get there.
straight forward.
Exactly.
Respectfully straightforward.
Nothing's over here. Don't look.
Okay. Anyway, you can
We're
find
gonna
my
steer
old.
this
I'm
back
just
into
kidding.
TRPG.
No.
I don't.
I'm
I
sure
don't
at
have
some
one.
point.
I was actually gonna keep going on the Hamburger Helper because they had
Oh, yeah.
underground rap
That is true.
concerts
That's true.
with a giant Hamburger Helper mascot.
Was it you?
How did I not know about,
No.
about Hamburger Helper?
The album cover is the hamburger helper glove dripping with gold.
Maybe.
Are you serious? Okay, I will seek out this mixtape.
You will,
Thank-
you
yeah,
will
I'm
know.
a- I'm a
you-
listen.
You
You'll
will
know
know
when
the
you
album
see it.
cover when you see it.
Excellent.
It will click.
It's called Watch the Glove.
If you're lying to me, you can catch these hands, though.
I am not creative enough to come up with this line. It's taking everything in me not to pull out my
What?
phone and blast
We're
it.
living in the Hamburger Helper timeline.
You know what? Everything started
wait,
to go
is
wrong.
There a multiverse?
Hamburger Helper
Let's
multiverse.
not do that.
Is
The hamburger helper
Does the
extended
Pringles
universe.
man have a mixtape?
is there a cinematic universe for all these brands?
The
These
hamburger
brand
helper for you?
mascots.
Right.
Does
Okay.
Raisin Bran have a
HCU?
fire mixtape?
No, but Wendy's has a fire mixtape. And I think this wasn't company backed, but Popeye's chicken does have.
Okay, well, Popeyes, I understand.
Popeyes, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh my God, it's so good. The biscuits are dry as shit.
Oh, I mean, I don't like Popeyes, but it's like a staple in the community.
You gotta do it for the culture.
Yeah, for the
For the
culture.
culture, for the culture.
You know.
What is this show? All right, so we
You invited a bunch of black people on here to act a fool.
You did.
That's what happened. You knew what was gonna happen.
I did know what was going to happen, and I'm very excited that it's going exactly as planned, which is
Not.
a mess.
Not planned.
Which brings us to another staple of morning rituals.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, you knew it was coming.
You knew it.
If you've been in the TTRPG community long enough, you've probably had the experience of sitting at a table with someone that is a black hole of fun. Someone that if they were yeeted
Why gotta be
into-
black though?
because the black
going, I'm
the
sorry.
black hole is the most powerful force
Please stop.
in the
Please.
galaxy.
That's why
Stop.
I named my booty hole
Stop
black
it.
hole.
I set you up for it. I knew, like as it was coming out of my mouth, I'm like, oh no, Sefri.
Now you have literally lived through every single one of my partner's lives.
No.
Oh no, Steffi!
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Don't sleep on me. I'm funny.
Tabletop community long enough, you've had you've probably had the misfortune of sitting with somebody that is a black hole of fun at the table. Someone that if they were yeeted into a black hole would increase your enjoyment at the table by tenfold. We tend to call these people bad guys. During our 2 seasons, we have heard that guys of every level. We have what we have named the biter gaslighter.
The gas biter.
The gas bite, that's mine.
Oh, God.
Someone who was offered to help make a character bit Seffi and then acted like it didn't happen.
No.
Yeah,
He
come on.
said we should do this again sometime, and then pretended it didn't happen.
Oh,
Also,
God.
I was underage. They were not.
Oh my God, the story's worse than I remembered.
Do you want me to tell it again?
No, but yes, but no.
Okay, so here's the layman's terms. I was 15? 15. I was at my friend's house. My friend was running a game. And this dude came to, oh no, wait, I'm sorry. The creeper was running the game. And I had only built one character before, and it had been a year since I played, because the first time I was 14. And so he walks me over to my other friend's computer, and it's like, I'll help you make a character. And I'm like, okay, I'm going through. Mind you, he told me everything wrong. I found out later from my other friend. And like, I'm building the character on like, back in the day, like we had like, just like those like spreadsheets that would fill out a character sheet.
Yeah.
And I'm just like filling it out, and he just bites me on my neck. And I'm just like, he's like, we should do this again sometime. And I'm like, and I was very uncomfortable, but I was also 15, so I didn't say nothing. It's fine. He's in jail now.
Can I ask? And I know I'm going to regret asking this. How old was the gentleman around this time?
21
Oh God.
or 22, something like that.
It's very weird to be able to like gym at the camera, but there's an actual camera. But anyway,
Wait, no. So okay, so he graduated the year before I entered high school. So
he
That's
graduated
about right.
before
4
you
or
were a
5
freshman.
years,
Yeah, that's about right.
So that's about 23 or 24.
something like that. Yeah.
Hi. Welcome to morning ritual, everybody.
Like I said, he in jail now.
Don't do shit like that.
1, don't bite people. 2, don't bite minors. I can't believe I actually have to say this.
I can't believe the second one has to be said second, not first. Like, but like.
I
yeah.
I mean, in no particular order.
Anyway, now the room's uncomfortable again.
So
We've
More
the
like now that
staple
Noir
of-
is uncomfortable
back down.
again.
The staple of the show is that we have our guests tell us that guy stories. But because everyone here has been a guest already, I was actually going to ask, have you run into any new that guy since the last time you were on our show?
Oh, I did. Shit,
Steffi.
I'm just remembering. I didn't get bit this time.
You have that going for you, which is nice.
Can I just tell you, your story is the one that breaks everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got everything. Underage biting, jail time,
Spreadsheets.
spreadsheets. Thankfully, no spread cheeks, but
Ah!
Thank you for coming to the show.
I'm just gonna head out.
should I mention I still know his brother?
No.
Oh, the brother is fine. The brother is fine.
I have not
He didn't
acquired
do
any,
anything wrong.
I have not acquired any more that guy stories since. So how many times have I been on this show?
You're actually our first 3-time.
3-time
3 times.
champion. Can you remind us what your that guy story was?
Sure. So this was long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Chicago.
I was playing. We were playing Out of the Abyss. It's a 5e adventure at the Wandering Dragon. And
I have so many stories.
of course you do. But my DM was a kind of your, I don't want to say this, but he's like your stereotypical gamer. Cis white guy. I was the only black girl at the table because of course I was. And I could very quickly tell that the entire point of the game was to give me what I wanted. Like super favoritism. Like so I had my character was a tiefling rogue and we're in the Underdark and there are like basilisks and stuff everywhere. I'm like, I would like a pet. And he's like, sure, there's a nest of basilisk eggs. You have to train this thing, but you can have it. And I'm like, yes. But yeah, like I could tell that just like he like when I would get there, the only seat at the table would be next to him. And he kept trying to get me to play other systems, but he was like very extremely awkward about it and not in a cute way. And once we finished that campaign, I decided not to join him for any more campaigns.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Skeevy.
Yeah, real skeevy.
Like, so, no, gross. I don't like it.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Bree, you got any new?
I don't even remember mine. Like, it was so long ago.
I do. I remember yours.
What's your, wait, what was it?
It was the barbecue story.
Okay. Oh, it was the campaign we were in.
Oh! So, okay, we've got to maneuver deftly here.
Oh boy.
Here we go. How do I put this? If you
If you are not of certain descent.
Don't use AAVE at the table.
Oh, I know the story.
No, hold on.
Like,
know the
okay,
story.
like
Okay.
if there is one black person in the chat and you talk like this, hello everybody, how's it going? I'm so excited for this game. I really can't wait. And then the second black person comes in and you like, hey, what it is, cuz, what's good? I can't wait to like, what they use, Merc? Like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Also, don't assume that, all of us like barbecue. I like barbecue.
No.
Don't get me wrong, but that's not a conversation starter, Saying, oh, my southern grandma,
No,
she
stop.
used to cook
Please
barbecue
help.
all the time. I'm like, okay.
It was awkward.
It was a time. But
yeah.
my new one. that
Oh,
I
we
have
got a new one.
is actually about someone in the audience.
Ooh.
So there was
What do you do?
there was one time where, this character that this person was playing, I had to make them make intelligence saves a lot, which at the same time.
Oh, I know this story.
Which
I
at
know
the
this
same.
You get back in that chair. You take your talking to. You take your talking to.
Just walked out.
Oh
Just walked out. I know the story too.
You better sit back down. You gonna take it today.
Like the chat.
Let's go.
There's two
Let's
parts
go.
to this story. There's
Let's
two parts.
go.
The first one. So I had this certain player who was playing a certain character.
That shall remain
and-
nameless.
I have no idea if this is fun for the people watching this stream,
It's great for us.
but I'm having a great time.
He's a half damper, and I had to make him make. At the time, I realized that I was making him roll the wrong things, but I had to make him make repeated intelligence throws because, dampers, they thirst after blood if you pick that specific kind. Okay, great. That makes sense. Well, said player started to complain about how many intelligence throws I was giving him. And then I was kind. I was kind enough to be like, you know what? I'll give him a break. I'll give you Bardic Inspiration. Why are you giving me Bardic Inspiration? I don't understand why you're giving me Bardic Inspiration. Just went off.
We're all looking at him right now.
No,
I was the one that gave Bardic Inspiration and you yelled at me. I still got yelled at for giving Bardic Inspiration. You know how many bars forget to give inspiration? And I remembered you, and you just yelled at me.
Anyway, that's my that guy story. And that guy sitting in the audience.
Oh.
I like you, so I'm gonna take the heat.
love you, though. We love you,
I like
though.
you, so I'm gonna take the heat off you with my new that guy story.
Plot twist, it's about the same dude.
Wait, do any of us have any of that guy's stories about the same person?
No.
I probably do, but I'm not telling them.
So I'm gonna take the heat off you. Don't worry. So I was playing a bard, right? No, I was just kidding. No, this was the last. This was actually the last time I went to a game store. It is the one in question.
Okay.
Great game store. The people that work there are lovely. The people that
Go
there are from Southern Illinois. So, did I hear one of the production teams go, "Oh no"? You know what's up. So, this was like one of my first times playing 5th edition. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, I was a holdover of 3.5. I was very much that.
You were that guy?
Yeah,
You were that
I
guy.
was that guy slightly. I was just like 3.5 is the superior Dungeons and Dragons with about prestige classes. So, I got introduced in the 5th edition, and I'm like, what do you mean people can just cast spells all the time and not run out? Like, I was not really having a great time with it. And the game that I joined, I was just like, yeah, casters are broken. They're cantrips. They get stronger. They can do it all the time. You know what? You should just play an orc barbarian. And I was like, I never really liked orcs or barbarians. I think I'll play something else. He was like, you should really play an orc barbarian. And I'm like, I could be like maybe an elf ranger, you sure you don't want to be an orc ranger? And I'm like, what is going on here? He was just like, no, I think I figure you for an orc. And I'm like, what does that mean? It's like, oh no, orcs have really great stats. You know, when they die, they get to get back up. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I don't want that. He was just like, but you should really consider orcs. They're really awesome in 5th edition. And I'm like, great. I want to be an elf. And he was just like, but drow aren't playable. And then I'm like, huh? I was like, this is a racism. That's what this is. I found it.
But drow aren't playable.
How?
Okay, who is this? Where are we showing up? I don't have earrings to take off, but I should.
I can, like, look, and the thing is, if I tell you to imagine what this guy looks like, you're right. You did it.
Oh my god! I dropped my mic pack
I
in my
didn't know you
shock.
at the time, and I did have that shirt. But that's why when you, so Bree has a line of amazing shirts. There's the Here to Stay line. There's the social justice or the social justice beast. Just please check out Bree's merchandise. Bree has a shirt called
Skullfam.com.
You gonna take this love first off. Bree has a shirt that says "No, I'm not a drow," and as soon as I saw that, I immediately thought of that guy. And like you ever like shadow box in the shower or like fake argue with somebody like and it's,
My favorite part about the No, I'm Not a Drow shirt is in the description it says, white people do not buy this shirt.
It does.
like okay can Spirit Halloween can we please get black elf ears?
Oh,
Please?
yeah, that'd be nice.
I'm so sick of trying to figure out how to paint latex.
Hold on, no, I got a store for you. I can't think of the name of the store, but I got a store for you.
Is it Geekly Creations?
No.
Is it Etsy?
Yeah.
Every Etsy store that I go to for black ears, my skin tone is always sold out.
Mine too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cypher of Tears.
Oh yeah, we love Cypher.
Which
in this
reminds
household.
me, you gonna get this love too. Gotta be like that's the thing I love about like everybody that I've actually met in this space, which is everybody has these like bigger than life personalities, but like you talk to them, they're like, oh, I do this thing, it's no big deal. It's like, no, you know what you do. You know what you do, Bree. You got those shirts.
She looked really. They looked really scared for a minute.
That was pointed.
Let me give my YouTube apology.
It's 45 minutes of fake crying.
Literally.
I'm sorry you took what I did in a wrong way. I didn't mean for you to feel how you felt about the thing that I did, and I in no way take accountability for my actions, but I feel bad that you feel bad.
But you have to start it with at least a minute of silence, which is just various cuts of you trying not to cry, wiping your eyes, and
This is my favorite shtick. Like, we do this all the time on Morning Ritual, where we just practice our fake YouTube apology. And my fear is that one day...
Someone's gonna
gonna
cut
clip
this
it.
and put this online out of context.
Yeah, like, what did he do? Like, my favorite fake apology was for stealing all your chicken back in high school.
Oh, was that? I remember
You
that.
were there,
I
you were
was
there.
there for that. Yeah.
Oh, it was on my channel.
It was on, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I love that you are this mega successful.
please don't say those words in that order when you're talking about me.
I love that you are.
Or with this gesture.
I'm gonna. I talk with my hand. Oh God, this
Make
is.
another gesture.
This is boobs.
Yes, it is.
Oh my
Mahonga
god.
longas.
Oh my.
Do this at
Sweet
work.
Mahonga malongalas.
Not this.
Why are you making them bigger?
It's not this. It's this.
The Mahonga
told me
longas.
to.
Why are you giving them a
That-
breast
Now I'm
enlargement?
Lady Dimitrescu.
No,
like
no.
this is a problem.
Mahonga
Just use
longas.
one hand. 90 degrees. like elbows at 90 degrees, and when you go like this.
These are okay. So the wide ones are the homalingas, and these are the malongahungalas.
I am not going to be able to talk for the rest
Anyways,
of this
to
because
get
I'm just
back
going
to it.
hands flat on the table.
There you go.
We're
Continue.
proud of Latia's
Continue
success.
talking
I'm
about
very
me, but
proud.
We're proud
stop.
of Latia's successes.
I'm very proud that you are a Megan.
Can you really don't say those words in that order when you're talking about me?
I'm. Yeah! Hey, we got extra space. We got.
No, the cameras aren't framed for it.
You know what's funny? What's funny is for the last 3 guests that we've had on Morning Ritual, I've been telling people like, I'm gonna try and get Cypher on here. They're just like, just ask her. And I'm like, I'm nervous. I don't know. like, okay.
You just did.
I
You
just
did. You did.
So you want to be on? Well, I'll send you an email.
He's asking if you would like to be on Morning Ritual.
Yes, I am. I'm also very nervous. Yo, okay. No, Cypress is like.
How many shows? You've produced so many shows.
Literally.
First off, y'all not gonna trick me.
You gonna take this? You
gonna
gonna take
take
this
this
today? Yes, reverse psychology.
Don't you just love when you can use a man's words against him?
Heck yeah.
I felt it coming before it happened.
Exactly.
I just heard flee, you fool. So I'm gonna try and change the subject back. So I successful mega you chicken glad I took a at high school.
King illegal forest, 2 pig wild, kill in its eyes.
Is this like a sleeper agent code? If someone
No.
does murder someone?
No.
No.
So
No,
here,
I'm here
hold on,
for
okay,
it.
so here's the thing. If you don't know, because this is the first time that Noara and I have been in the same place in like maybe several years. This mofo and I grew up together. We went to high school together. And the story that he is talking about is the one day that he and my other best friend came over, and I was like, sure, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna play video games. I'm hungry, y'all are probably hungry too. So I made a whole bunch of drums and flats. I made so many drums and flats, y'all. I fried chicken for these dudes. I only got 4 pieces. 4 pieces.
Now hold on before you judge me, because I heard some noises in the audience. It was me and another friend, and I found my journal entry from that day, and there are 40 pieces of chicken.
I made so many drums and flats.
Oh,
and I
wait,
was
wait, wait.
gone
Out
for like
of-
10 minutes.
Out of 40, you gave Latia 10%.
Now
That isn't even 70%. That's
I-
what we're supposed
look,
to get paid.
I took a portion, and then my friend took a portion. We didn't talk
They
about
didn't
it.
even leave you the 3/5 compromise.
But,
They just-
but I will say this though, like I take solace that I don't see your trajectory stopping anytime soon. So even if you take over the planet, I know that I ate your chicken. And that's
36 pieces.
no, divide that by 2 because
Fine, 18 pieces.
look, does
If I buy you fried chicken,
does
you
this
eat
look
in
like
front
the
noir.
If you don't sit down.
Does this look like the figure that
Sit
can't take down 18
noir.
wings?
Noir.
Yes, ma'am.
That's okay. I will. One day I will have my drink your milkshake moment to you, and it will be so good.
But it won't be this day.
I can make this happen, actually.
see
There
me-
is a
see me
steak
outside.
and shake
There is a steak and
not
shake.
even 3 miles from here.
See me outside. It's on. We're gonna Godspell
Yeah,
battle.
there's-
Oh, look.
We are not sponsored, but
But we could be.
hey,
we could be.
We could be.
Steak and
That's
shake.
how on it the Gen Con production team is. We were just joking about steak and shake, and
they
they
have
were
some.
ready.
They were ready.
Anyway, Noir, I guess I love you or whatever.
I love you back. And like, in real
40
talk,
pieces of chicken love.
real talk
I
though,
love him enough to cook for him.
it has been very interesting to watch you go from like, you know, just somebody that I played like one of the first D&D games with, to just like, it's very funny from my perspective how this happened, which is like, Latia got into D&D.
Yeah, it was your fault.
Yeah, like we talked you into it. You played, and then you just kind of vanished.
It's true. It's like, oh, information.
And then you would pop up again, and you'd be like, "Hey, there's this thing called Critical Role," and I was like, "I don't care." You're like, "Okay," and then you vanished.
Just Simpsons vanished into the
Into the
bushes.
And then you popped up again. It's just like, "Hey, I like the internet paid for this thing like that happened to me," and I'm like, "Wow, like why would that happen?" You say nothing, and then you vanish. And then you pop up again, and I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I think I might try to get the Critical Role." You're like, "Here's the play order," and then you vanish again. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe this Twitter thing isn't so bad. And then I get to Twitter, and then I look up Latia, and it's just like, oh my God. You built an empire.
I don't
in
know what you're talking
secret.
about.
You gonna take this look.
Okay. But let the first person who hasn't had a friend who first started playing D&D or tabletop games with them who was like, wait, you did what? After a while, like, you did what? It's like, I got you into this, but you just went way too far. Like, who hasn't had that experience on this table?
It is the ADHD experience, is to take something like, I could hyperfixate on this for a while. And
Yeah,
it's a career.
exactly.
Like, Latia is... And here's the thing, this is the joke I make about, like, grognards and all that kind of stuff, which is, like, they had years of being, like, the major driving force of TTRPG, and, like, the best they got was a cartoon and a really bad movie, right? Like, that's as far as the grognards got it, right? And then there's this influx of diversity and just these outside perspectives and just these people that are just no longer going to be told, I'm not going, just people who refuse to be gatekept. They're just like, you know what, we will find a way around the old guard into this hobby. And as soon as they overwhelmed and took the hobby, look at this shit. Like, D&D has been around for a very long time. But if you look around, it's exploded, and it's not because of the old guard. It's because of the people that got tired of being told no. It's because of the people that were just like, then we will find a way to get the books ourselves. We will do what we have to do on our own terms, and y'all just gonna have to deal with it.
Yup.
Like, that's not nothing. And
And all those people that said drow aren't playable, you know.
they are still in Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
And
And you're on stage at Gen Con.
and I'm on the stage at Gen Con. So,
Woo!
Damn right.
suck it, some random guy that I don't remember.
I wish you had a name.
Because
I
don't have a name. I do have a picture though. So
That's all we need.
That's all we need.
Right, it's all a black woman.
you know what?
You know how often we have to go
I
and search to make sure that
immediately
someone
regret
is safe to be
saying
around?
it.
We will find this man.
Oh my God, y'all are not wrong. Like my first Instagram picture is a black square because I thought I took a picture and I messed it up. And I posted it on Instagram because I thought I posted the picture, but I posted the wrong thing. But the second picture on Instagram
Is that guy?
is
Okay, bet.
Cool.
Okay, cool, noted.
Yep.
Don't worry about this.
Don't.
Yeah,
This
don't
is
worry
nothing.
about it. Nothing's
This
gonna
didn't
happen. We just want to have a conversation.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have doomed someone.
Look, never underestimate the power of a woman, especially a black woman who needs to find out information.
Are you okay with crunching dice if it's this dude? We're gonna put this man in dentures.
He probably already is.
Probably.
Crunch dice. You just don't do that. Okay,
We
so
also
What if
agree
I
that-
just want to gargle all the dice? Just all up in my mouth.
Whoa.
Juices.
That is not a good enough reason to use the word gargle.
like
Look,
I
look,
feel
look.
like somebody watching the stream just discovered a fetish, just like gargling dice.
Listen, there's enough people that discover fetishes from what I post online. I don't need more.
Oh God.
I gotta tell you a story, off like away from cameras because
Oh, wait, what?
Away from cameras
Excuse
and
me?
people. And
it's funny.
noises.
Okay.
But
You can't
anyway,
say shit like that and not
TTRPGs.
share with the class.
yeah, I really can. I really can because I have contracts.
Ooh, okay, right.
But there is another staple question that we have in Morning Ritual, and I would very much love to ask it. I don't believe I asked it before when you were all on, so this is wonderful. If you could play with any 5 people that are alive right now, who would they be? And we've had some really interesting tables. I believe my last table was I wanted to play with Cardi B, Lil Nas X, Ava DuVernay, Michelle Obama, and I wanted Chris Rock to be the GM because I think that he's an amazing storyteller and that would be a great table. First off, and just another thing, we need more black celebrities to get into the TTRPG space.
Yeah, we do.
And I'm not counting Terry Crews. I keep
No.
I
He
don't
is
want-
disinvited.
I don't want dancing nipples at my table.
He is disinvited.
I've seen.
You don't want
I've seen
dancing nipples
recent
at your
tweets.
table.
It's
Why are you
not
playing in
good.
one of my games this month? Like, what do you think I provide as a DM?
I have never once seen you.
Hold up.
Okay.
I immediately regret that.
Yeah.
I'm doing it now.
I'm not looking. Do you know how terrible a gift it would be if I looked for even a second?
I commit my titties dance. Sorry.
Is that happening? I'm trusting the audience.
It did actually happen.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
What was the topic again? Oh,
Any
5
five living
Five
people
people.
to be a D&D
TTRPG.
table.
I want to start with you,
Bree.
Bree. Yeah, you.
Ooh, don't put me on the spot.
Okay, I won't.
But we just did.
Michael B. Jordan,
Yeah.
Lupita Nyong'o,
Hell yeah.
Deny. I gotta have Deny in there. Oh gosh. Come back to me for the last
All
two.
right, so we got 3 from you. Who you got?
I could be really lazy and just say I want to play the 7 again. But I'll give an actual answer. Doja Cat,
Okay.
Abria, Cypher,
Yep.
Bree,
Yep.
Latia.
So I've got news for you.
Yeah.
That's actually happening right now.
I like to
This
have
is a
goals.
morning ritual panel. This
Well,
is a
you got to
setup.
keep in
You just
mind,
prepare off a
I
mask,
haven't
your
played
Doja
with
Cat.
Cypher or Latia yet.
Nope.
We haven't played together yet.
Why has that not happened?
Because we're busy.
Exactly.
And
That
also,
is-
like, running games cost money.
I was gonna
So.
say we technically haven't played as players together, because you've
I've
been my
run for you
GM.
and you've run for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to make this happen.
But I want Doja Cat just because the little bit of the chaos. Like, let's just throw Doja Cat in there.
Okay. Like it just occurred to me. I've not seen you 4 in a game together. We need to fix that. Oh, with Abria, that would be so much fun.
Abria's great. Shout out to Abria. You all know who Abria is.
Somewhere for
Summer
Abria.
Summer of Bria.
Summer of Abria.
Is it my turn yet?
Yes, it's your
Thank
turn.
you.
Why you say it like that at me?
Because you were talking.
You know what? That's fair. I do that too much.
You
I'm
do.
sorry. I'm
There was
stopped
so
now.
much shade and so much ash.
Abria. I would like to sit at a table with Abria as a player because I've had her as a GM. You, Steffi, you, Bree. 3 people. I know my numbers. I want to play with Brennan as a player.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I want Brennan as a player. And then, just because I know that she can fucking throw down Dame Helen Mirren.
Oh, good. That's a good
Ooh.
one. Yeah.
Like, I know Dame Judi Dench plays D&D, but I don't know if Dame Helen Mirren plays D&D, and I want to find out. Yes. Vin Diesel taught her how to play D&D.
Set of
Riddick.
And I think she taught him how to cross stitch or something like that.
Oh, I thought of another one. I'm adding one. So a while ago, it came up that AOC hasn't played yet. So like,
Oh, yeah,
that
let's
we
get
know of.
AOC at a
Let's get
table.
AOC on that.
Just the squad. I want to play D&D with the squad.
Yep.
If I had to pick a politician, I'm picking Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
Oh, Stacey Abrams would be
Yes.
great. Romance writer too. So you know.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
that'd be
saw that. Do you have? Get? I don't want to put you on. Don't look at me like I'm scared of you.
Yeah.
No. So I guess since we're doing people that we know, the last two can be people that I know. PT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
play with
Yeah.
PT.
That's yeah.
Does PT do TT RPGs?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Just not much. I don't think much online, but I know that PT plays.
Okay. Yeah, I really want to see TT play.
And Milady Confetti.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
Her joy at learning the things about D&D that we already
It's
know.
so wholesome. And like, I just love that she's starting to like branch out and like try new things and stuff. And she's like one of the only people that when she's happy, I instantly become happy because it's just
Yeah.
she's just so
joy.
giddy. Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, I also want to play another game of Drac.
Yes.
Draconics.
I have
Draconics, yeah.
not been at a table with Drac. They produced something I did, or at least it was on their channel that I did something, but I've not been at the table with them.
We're just naming people.
We're just talking about people.
Well,
People that we love.
That's actually
dropping.
something that I wanted to integrate in the morning ritual for next season, and I would love to try it out here. I mean, this is kind of like a special episode of morning ritual.
It's a
so-
litmus test.
Yeah. So if I would love for you to put a spotlight on a smaller content creator that like brings you joy, like somebody that. And when I say smaller, I just mean like don't come up here and say like somebody that's got like all of the love already. Like I don't want to hear like a Brenda Lee Mulligan on the spotlight. Like I want
Why were you
somebody
looking
that's
at me
just
when you
like,
said that?
huh?
Why are you looking at me when you said that?
I was just looking around.
Look around at somebody else, cause you're not looking at me.
Don't applaud that.
Applause fire.
Don't do that. I think I'm looking at you as my safety net because I'm just like I've known you the longest, so it's
Yeah.
easier for me to just.
It's comfort.
Yeah, you're my cup. I mean, you're also my.
We're literally dating.
Do I need
What the
to?
hell?
Do I need to sit
No,
back?
Right,
Mm-mm,
just
no.
I don't want to be.
We
above
tried that. It didn't work.
It was.
Did you
it
really?
Was, it
Damn.
was. We ended our
was
relationship
like a week.
like a business meeting.
We did. It was like,
you
this
know,
was-
you know, we've tried this endeavor and
Handshakes.
yeah, you know, after
Fantastic.
assessing the situation,
Yeah.
this isn't no. It was
Just
weird.
realized that it's not quite the right fit for this position. And we'll have to start interviewing other candidates. Thank you very much for your time.
I'm not gonna say none.
All
Anyway.
the best.
You don't. I heard it. I'm choosing to ignore it.
Wait,
I'm
what
a
happened?
bad-
Don't.
Nothing.
No,
Keep talking.
Nothing.
I heard it too after I said it.
Just keep talking. Everything's
very,
fine.
very
Try
sweet,
not
Noir.
to
We
get
adore you.
worried. Try not to hold on to what Anita just said. Don't you know everything's all right? Yes, everything's
Anyway, so we
fine.
were doing shout outs.
Yeah, shout outs.
Shout outs.
Doing a spotlight thing.
Yes, we are. We're gonna.
Afraid
No,
of what happened.
it's fine.
Am I gonna get a talking to after?
No.
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Why is it gonna
Maybe.
be-
No. No.
Can I like I'm sure the mics have been picking up, but like Seffi is a master of like the slight sneakness and like I'm covering my hands now because of ashy comment.
that was the funniest thing I've ever witnessed. She just said, I had to check myself. I'm like,
I'm getting destroyed up here.
like what Noir was saying, I'm so sorry to like take your position, but what Noir was saying is that there are a lot of fantastic content creators out there who don't have as large a platform as
And
some
they
of us.
should.
And they really
should.
should. So we're going to take this opportunity to shout out some of them because they are wonderful and should be appreciated.
Oh my God, you're so much better at that than me.
Thank you.
Don't ever do that again. All right.
What I said.
As the second host, like, you want my
Would you
job?
like to start?
No, I have to think about it.
I'll start. I will shout out SJH Does Games. SJH is one of the, despite not believing it himself, is one of the most talented fighting game players ever that I've ever seen. You should totally check out his streams. He is black, he is great, he's adorable, you'll love him. He's also in the audience. But please go check out SJH Does Games. That's SJH Does Games.
Thank you.
Who would like to go next?
Not me.
All right, I'll go next. So, I'm going to cheat, and there's a group, right? And they call themselves the Dub Club. And this is made, and this is made up of It's the Riddler on Twitter, AJ, aka Who's Your Kid, and Mallard Man. I always. 0523.
Mallard Man 0523, Husha_kid, and It's the Riddler.
Thank you. They form what they call the most elite gaming group
In
all of esports. Don't check the VOD.
Don't
Don't check the
They have
VOD.
never lost.
They've already
They
told
have-
you they've never lost. And the gag is obviously they lose. They're terrible. But
Beautiful.
they are so
Beautiful.
funny while they lose.
Suns in my eyes. That was a good practice round, everybody. Let's squad up and do that again.
Like everything they do just genuinely makes me laugh. So please check out It's the Riddler, Who's Your Kid, and Mallard Man. Just easily one of the most accessible, fun, enjoyable streams on Twitch. And all of them are at like under 1,000 followers on Twitter and Twitch. And we need to fix that because it's an injustice because they are the most elite gaming group. Don't check the VODs. They've already told you.
Amazing.
I got one if you like.
Go ahead.
I can say that Chaotic Pod, Harper and Darby they've got an amazing podcast. They have started streaming recently. They do some actual play content with their show Hidden Magics, which is great. And I adore each and every one of them. They're my boos. I love them so much. So I'm going to give Harper and Darby of Chaotic Pod. Harper Sona Games and Darby Pack. That's her real human name. Really, she's just a possum in a skin suit. Her words, not mine.
I love how they have like their tags.
It's true.
So I have 3.
Bring
Bring
it
it.
on.
Bring it.
Bring us in.
Okay, so the first one is gonna be, and it's not because he's my best friend, but Rox the Wizard.
Oh, good one.
And I say that because Rox is one of the hardest working people that I know. And from not knowing nothing about streaming, he literally taught everything to himself. And he has wholesome content. He plays Genshin Impact a lot on his streams. And he plays Monster Prom, and he is such a delight to watch, genuinely.
Agreed.
So check him out on Twitch and Twitter at Rox the Wizard, all lowercase. The third? Wow, I don't know how to count.
Neither do I.
We found that out during sound
I
check.
just skipped all the way to 3.
Oh my God, isn't that where they start?
Y'all are gonna have to stay talking like this.
I only know
Jennifer
how to count to
Coolidge
2.
love
1,
it.
2.
Wait, you missed the third one right there.
I don't have a third one.
I do.
Oh my God. How does that work?
I don't know.
Oh.
I love
I'm
both
so
of you so much.
confused.
This better not wake up anything.
Do you want it to?
Because we can
What
keep
do you
going.
need?
But you were saying, sorry.
The second one.
Yeah, the second one.
Second
The second-
person.
The
Number
actual second.
2.
The second person is Werewolf Feels. If you don't,
Yeah.
if you don't follow him on any social media, please do. He is so talented. He doesn't believe that he is, but he is.
Talented
And
and
he,
amazing and beautiful human being.
yes, yeah, wonderful.
Extra
like,
beautiful.
hard worker, and he just announced on Twitter, so I can say this, that he is going to be working with Motherlands. So, yeah, like, I'm really excited for him. So yeah, please follow him on social media and all that great stuff. And the third and final one is It's Tenny. She is also one of my good friends, but she just started streaming herself, and she just hit affiliate. So she does a lot of spooky games, but her streams are very chill, very cozy, and she's going to be producing a lot of really good content. And she's also a Palestinian streamer, so
Yeah.
please go follow her as well. And can I do one more?
You can do
Yeah.
whatever you
Do
want.
whatever
There's
you
no
want.
rules here.
Sinziak.
Yes!
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sin is one of the most ethereal humans I know.
That's the best way to describe sin.
Yeah, it's
They're
like Sin and
they're
Gabe are like the
otherworldly,
most.
like with the way they speak and the poise that they hold with everything that they do, and he's just not getting what he deserves. He's one of those other people that's not getting what he deserves. So, please follow them, Sinziak Beta, I think, on Twitter,
Correct.
and just Sinziak on Twitch, and that is SYNXIEC. So,
Oh my God.
Yes.
I think everyone at this table and most of the people in the audience can agree on that one.
Yeah.
Sin is incredible.
Yeah, I got called out by by Sid in the most beautiful post like ever. Again, it's great to have amazing people near you to kind of check you. I had plenty of time, and I don't need to be paid for it. I just like making music, and Sid was just like, "Shut up."
It's like Sin,
Shut up.
Sin just phases into camera, puts one gorgeous finger on your face, and just says, "You beautiful fool."
That is definitely something Sin would do, like verbatim. Just like
Yes.
that.
And just vanish. Don't even explain anything. Just vanish.
And that's why I truly do love the community that we have, because one, everybody here is so talented, and I do want to stress that there's not like a limited slices of the pie. Like, we can all make it. We can all do our thing. Somebody else's
Everybody
success does not mean that you don't get to succeed. That's one I feel needs to really be put, like one of the things that really needs to be pushed. There's room for all of us. We can all eat. So I love that we're so easily and readily able to just kind of show love to people, because I have done stand-up and music, and those two worlds are very competitive, and they get nasty. And people get bitter and vicious towards each other. And I love that this is a space where there are still some people that have that mentality, but there are more people that are just like, hey, you know who you should hire? So, like, that's thank you all for doing this. It's been something that I wanted to have added to the show.
I did not.
Yeah, you cut off Latia.
You skipped Latia.
You saved the best for last.
I just took your chicken again.
Can I sit somewhere else, please?
The energy between Noir and I right now is not very palpable, and I'm really sorry about that, Stephanie.
I'm fine.
Hey, remember Godspell?
Hey, remember how I am going to kick your butt later? Anyway, my best friend and con buddy, Bright Dystopia, needs to be shout out.
Yes.
Because he has been my convention buddy since 2018. And he's a wonderful streamer, fantastic GM, and they are not getting what they like many of the people that we shout out. They're not getting what they deserve. He's a pro GM for Magpie Games. They're running Avatar games and stuff like that. He's spoopy stuff. He's just like this vaporwave, ethereal cloud of wonderfulness. And he needs more followers in real life and on Twitter and on Twitch. So Bright Dystopia, all one mashed up word, no underscore. You should go give him some love and tell him that I said so.
Yeah. Don't
Bright is incredible.
Yeah, don't follow him in real life, though. That's creepy.
He might like it, I don't know.
He might like it, actually. You're right.
Anyway.
Anyway, no, yeah, Bright. I do love One Whole Bright, and I want to.
Don't
One
stalk
whole
people.
Bright.
Just
Yeah, no,
go.
don't stalk people.
Don't stalk
We're-
honestly,
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
find all the Chicago streamers and give us all love.
Hey, don't do that. I will fight. I will fight.
I'm rooting for the whole team.
Apparently, we need to. Not
Oh,
see
you
people
mean
from
like
Southern
find us all in the places that we are that aren't real life?
Oh yeah, like don't come to Chicago. I don't want to see your face in person. No, I just mean like if somebody's profile is like, hey, I'm from Chicago and I'm a streamer, like follow them on that platform, but leave them alone. I can tell you do not want to follow Chicago people in real life. We're paranoid and for good reason. The Chicago Police Department
Is this where-
broken.
I feel like this is the place where I mentioned that New York is better than Chicago.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
I actually don't know.
Don't do
I'm a-
this.
I just want to upset Noir.
Don't do
I live
this.
in the suburbs.
Don't do this.
Actually, Boston's better too.
I'm sitting right here, and you realize that, right?
I'm gonna get
Don't
my
do this.
ass beat.
New Yorkers put their trash in the front. Like, that's gross. Y'all don't have alleys. Get it together. And your pizza's disgusting.
Come on now.
AJ's ready to fight.
We got a New Yorker in the crowd. Like, I'm going to tell him to his face, AJ, your pizza's trash.
So is your cake.
What?
Your lasagna cake.
Oh,
Don't do this.
okay. No,
I started something. Maybe I can
hold
sneak
on. No,
out
he
nothing
said cake, and my immediate.
I thought
my-
he was talking
I-
about
Portillo's!
Portillo's.
Don't trash talk Portillo's.
I thought he was talking about the chocolate cake, and then we would have had the
That's
box.
not the cake I thought he was talking about.
Anyway, love what you love, even if it's ridiculous.
I
cheap-ish
see no
pizza.
reason why we can't do Q&A.
Absolutely.
First off, let me check time.
We
because
got
15 minutes.
That's a
All right,
perfect
so
amount of time
if
for
you have
Q&A.
a question for anybody on the panel, just shout.
Don't do that. Raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
We're not animals.
We're not look, the production team already has a mic. Look
Oh,
at that.
look at how.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
Anybody has a question? See, the problem is I don't think anybody's gonna have a question.
Oh, yeah, AJ's already got
Oh
the mic.
God, here we go.
Uh-oh.
So you're all casted into a superhero setting. What powers are you choosing?
Wait, what was the full question?
If you guys are all casted into a superhero setting, TTRPG, what superpowers are you choosing?
Not electricity, because I'm sick of black heroes with electricity.
Fair and valid.
Black Lightning's back.
What power? Can I just say-
My hair is a weapon. That's
Oh, you want
yes, Sindel. My hair is a
Sindel.
weapon. Or
You want Sindel's full power set?
yeah. I would just love to scream at people.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I
don't
mean, my
like-
hair is already a weapon. Like it is Velcro, and it's dangerous.
That's too much maintenance for me. I couldn't do it. Also, I physically can't do what I'm going to do.
I was literally
I
about
had to beat you to that point.
Okay, thank you.
I want Superman's power set. Yeah, just that. I just want all of Superman's powers.
I'm so torn between being like reality warping magic like Scarlet Witch or just being Mystique.
See, reality warping seems so
Complicated.
wrong.
Do I look like I'm right?
Like, I just, in the hands of the wrong person, that would be just. Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't need like final form reality warping. I just need like the minor stuff, like jinxes and stuff like that go
okay.
wrong. Like
So you just want to be able to curse
change the
somebody?
probability of things going wrong. Just like tilt it a little.
Petty powers.
Sure. Like less Scarlet Witch, more Jinx in the Teen Titans show. Like, yeah.
You just want to be able to make bad things happen to people with a look.
Only the ones that deserve it.
Oh my God.
As is right with nature.
I would be screwed.
Oh, you don't deserve it, sweetie. You're not worth the effort. I love you.
I'm used to pretty people telling me that.
Oh, no.
Yeah!
I'm so sorry. That made my heart hurt.
You think insulting me is your power? I was born insulting myself. Anyway, so it's your turn.
Bree.
Oh God.
The withering glare, I think, is already Bree's
Full Medusa stare
inborn
going on over there.
superpower.
I full on messed up.
Anyway, I honestly, I would like to talk to animals.
All I can think of is just like a bird outside your window, like, hey, 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 hey.
That bird would get cussed out. I'm just saying, especially if I'm trying to sleep. Like, it's too early.
Excuse me.
All right, so here's my question with that power. When you talk to animals, would you be speaking English or would you be making the animal sounds?
I think mimicking the sound. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just walking in on Bree barking to a dog and the dog barking back like this is normal.
It's like, oh, they're just talking. It's fine.
It's cool. I'm going to say teleportation.
Oh, that would be so helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the
I
logistics.
can see you more often.
I knew you were gonna make it
But also, think about you're at a party and you just want to go home.
Yeah.
Literally.
sweet. I mean, that's what the Superman power. Like Superman has the most convenient power set. Sorry.
It's true. Could you? I just thought of like the superhero name, but I'm not actually Irish, so I couldn't call myself the Irish Goodbye.
Hold on, I love it though.
I love that, though.
I'm not sure if I can laugh at that.
Well,
can.
then the Midwest goodbye, where you teleport, but it's very slowly, and you move backwards.
You teleport
and
after
they
the-
see you.
You teleport
They
after
see you
slapping your
face.
eyes
You
going,
Well,
As someone who don't look Irish but is of Irish descent, you can totally say it.
They see you phase out
Yeah.
of time. Just,
well,
like that one gif.
Yep.
exactly.
Deuces.
do we have any other questions? That was a good
good.
question.
Good question.
Is this one on? Okay, I'm on. Okay. What is a character you've played in a campaign that you think is going to resonate with you for the rest of your life?
Ooh. Man, what the fuck? That's a good.
That is a good question.
Oh, I was literally gonna say, oh man, I'm so glad Paladin left because I don't have to answer this question. No, my.
All I see are the double birds in the
Yeah, because he knows it's every character in any game that I've played with him. Probably my current character in our Tombo game, Pilar, because she's very brash. She's very buff lady with a spear, which is, I've realized, my brand. Buff, emotionally unavailable lady with a spear. Hot, attractive to most people, but she doesn't think that she's attractive. Very impulsive. Who needs to learn how to fucking sit down? So yeah, her.
I dig it. Who's next?
Okay. There's a part of me that wants to say Sam on the 7 because reasons, but I won't go with that boring ass answer. I'm gonna go with the character that I played when I realized I needed to transition, which was a character named Ellie in a hunter game of World of Darkness many, many years ago. First female character I ever played. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play a female character. Oh, this doesn't resonate with me at all. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, so that one.
Okay. Oh man, you all have such good answers. Okay. I have two.
Okay.
The first one is I have been playing the same campaign setting since I was 14. And my first D&D character was a character by the name of Xander.
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm basic. The first game that I played them in was actually a D&D advanced game that I was invited to with a bunch of like old guard players, and they did not really dig on me. You remember Victor and like Victor's older brother, so they hung my character.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Xander was hung.
There's only one way that that sentence is good, and it's not that.
Yeah. It wasn't that. It wasn't that either, because as a gag, they gave him the belt of gender changing,
Oh God!
and did like a bunch of like mean passive aggressive stuff. And so my character was hung and killed, and I didn't like that ending for him. So that's what inspired me to GM my first game, and it's been the same setting from that point to Kingsguard,
Is
which...
that also why he's a chronomancer?
Yeah, that's exactly. So in the story, just to give you a brief rundown, them hanging him awoken an old magic in him called chronomancy, and so he kept himself in stasis until he was able to be taken down, and he became one of the strongest wizards in the world because of it. And from that origins point, my world setting was created, and so. Every game that I've played in that world is lore, and I've had people walk in and out of my life, but their story still stays. And it was only recently that I kind of discovered that I lost a friend. I didn't know he had passed, and he's in the world, and that's pretty cool. And it all kind of happened because of this really shitty thing that somebody did. So that's like the character for me. And the second character was actually a character I played in your game, which was Drestel. I'd really been doing a lot of thinking about how gender doesn't make sense. And Drestel was the first character that did not have he in the pronouns. It was just they, them. Drestel was an exercise for me to just really kind of play a character where gender was not a factor. It was just they were who they were, and they just went about things. And by playing that character, I kind of realized that a lot of stuff is gendered for no reason. Like, we do a lot of thinking about this thing that doesn't make sense. Like, get this manly deodorant because it's manly. Like, shampoo like a dude. Like, why? So, Drestel gave me a chance to kind of just exercise that. And then some drama happened, and I had been thinking about just being, non-binary, and I kind of got pushed into just accepting it, and I think that's kind of the beauty of TTRPG, where you can safely take a look at another perspective. Now, when I say that, I need to put with an abundance of caution that does not mean you get to dress up and live somebody else's experience. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there are ways to respectfully ask yourself questions about who you are through another character. That does not mean that if you are like, I would never cross a cultural line or wear somebody else's identity as a costume or, like anything like that. I think I'm overthinking my answer now, so I'm going to pass it off. But yeah, Drestel and Xander.
Okay, I'll make it as concise as possible, but two characters. The first one is Quail from Andor, and the second one is Kita from Silt Expanse. So I say Quail because it was around the time where I found out that I couldn't have kids. And so she was kind of a coping mechanism for me. And I kind of put all of that energy into that character. Quail is a 7-year-old spirit body that kind of lived inside of one of my players' heads, basically as like a spirit guide. And they materialized into a sort of a spiritual being that was kind of following the party around. And almost losing her was kind of like the precipice of like, this is one of my favorite characters because like she is something to fight for, basically. Yeah. The second one, Kita, is really important to me because it was my first professional TTRPG like recording campaign that I did, and it kind of got me into TTRPG, and it was also the first Black character that I played, which is, you know, it's a thing. Like, we haven't played Black characters up until a certain point. So that was really important to me. So, yeah.
Mine, the story for Noir's characters, and I think the story for mine, is that there's a Carrie Fisher quote that says, "Take your broken heart and turn it into works of art." So one of the first stream games I played in was crap. Shit. Okay. There was a game called Rotting Shadows that I was in, and I played a character called Finney who was coping with the loss of his partner. God.
Good, don't worry.
It's all right. I'm just gonna steel myself for a sec. Finney was coping with the loss of his partner, who actually ascended into divinity. And Finney was a cleric, and his god essentially was his spouse. And towards the end of the campaign, I was also coping with what would inevitably be the loss of my mom. She had cancer. It was a really quick progression, but and I missed the second to last episode because I was there with her at the end. But having that ending to Finney's story where it was him stepping out the door and switching places with his spouse helped me cope with a lot of the loss that I was dealing with, a lot of the heavy subject matter that I was dealing with at the time. Oh, God, I hate to be like the down portion of this, but between that, Finney is one of them because Finney helped me cope with a lot of that loss and a lot of that those hard feelings that I was dealing with at the time.